All right, YouTubers, welcome back. I'm Dave. You found do it yourself, do it right. I got my I'm not messing around hat on this afternoon. Yeah, it's Friday. You know, I got a day off and I'm gonna spend it, well, at least the afternoon, you know, the hottest part of the day, I'm gonna spend it using that guy right there. That's right, I got updates, and those updates, they're not good. So if you're following along, this is part deux. You know, like I said before, with the old Nissan, I figured there's gonna be multiple videos since Moses cracked up his car. And this, like I said, this is part deux. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, this car is bringing the French out in me. You know, the last video, well, maybe not the last one, the one prior to that with the headlights, you know, I used the French word in that, so check it out. Link's up here, around there somewhere. You know, I don't know why, you know, Japanese car, bringing out the French words. So, we're gonna get started. We got some cutting to do. We got some part removage to do. You know, I got updates. Here we go. All right, gonna take you under the hood, because that's where the problems are, you know, under the hood. Here we go. So as you can see, I use some zip ties to hold the hood down. Not the right thing to do, but not the wrong thing to do either. It worked. So Moses on his way home from his job the other night, as I suspected, the radiator, it didn't hold up. She blew. Car got hot. We, you know, limped it home. And, you know, as you can see, you got some, you know, some of that sweet stuff, that sweet smelling stuff. It's, you know, oh, there we go. They're pretty much empty. You know, the, you know, not much in there. There was a little bit. Luckily he pulled off to the side of the road. He was smart enough to you know, pull off to the side of the road, and then I came up behind him, and you know, the car was cool enough to drive it from where he was parked to here, so we limped it here. I got a radiator on the way. It's used because, you know, why not? So today, what I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna deconstruct all this that's been already deconstructed with him rear-ending, you know, playing bumper cars. So basically what I'm gonna do, like I did in the last video, I'm gonna take the whole bumper off. Hopefully we don't have to rock sand the headlights, you know, we don't have to take off the headlights or put them on. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get in here with my nice cutting tool and this, you know, little bracket, the bumper that pushed the radiator in. I'm just gonna cut it off. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use my Hitachi over there, that guy. I'm gonna Hitachi that son of a gun right off, and you know, take the radiator, the bad one, out. Try not to spill 100 gallons of radiator juice, coolant, all over my driveway. So that's the plan for today. It's the plan for this afternoon. Probably gonna die, but you know, heat exhaustion. But yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and throw you up on a, you know, something, maybe the motorcycle, throw you on a time lapse. You know, you already saw me put the bumper on. Hey, you know, I'm gonna take it off the same way. It's only held on with about 15 zip ties, so snip, 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 and a couple of screws. So, you know, I don't really think you need to see all that. I'll bring you back when it gets good. You know, when the sparks, they're flying, you know, because that's gonna happen later. So, as you can see, the bumper is off. Oh. Always gotta pause for the sounds of freedom. Anyway, so I didn't get to use my Hitachi, unfortunately. I was actually looking forward to that. You know, I like destroying stuff. You know, sometimes you just gotta be bam bam. You know, sometimes you just gotta, you know, I mean, I hit it with a hammer, it popped off. I didn't think it was gonna bust off as easy as it did. Maybe next time, maybe in part 3. You know, who knows? I don't know how many parts there's gonna be, but so as you can see, you know, there was you know, a lot of radiator bendage, and you can see on my driveway, some drippage, you know, wets. So my next step is I'm gonna go ahead and take out the digital fans and get that radiator out, get the whole thing out. I hope I ordered the right thing. Now that I'm looking at it, I may have ordered the wrong thing. Hate to admit it, but you know, people make mistakes. So yeah, I'm gonna get all this stuff taken apart. I'm gonna set you up in the engine bay. You know, maybe tell you a story or two as I'm doing it. But yeah, let's do it. Back to work. All right, guys, here we are in the engine compartment. Gonna go ahead and get all the wiring and stuff off for the electrical digital fans. I will be 100% honest. I've replaced on these fans before in this car. When I first bought the car, the one fan didn't work, so I did what I did this time. You know, we went to LKQ and got a replacement fan section. You know, so I've had the fans off before, had fans out. Never the radiator though, so this will be new. You're gonna need a little flat tip. Get these electrical connectors off. There's 2 of them, 1 for each fan. You just push. I don't think you can see it. Maybe you can. There's a little button right here. You just push it in, depress it. It releases the lock. And just let it flop all over the place. And like I said, there's 2. Now you go ahead and get that one out. And then, you know, the wiring harness is just kind of held in here with all these little push clippy doos. These guys here, they just clip in. Now this car's old, kind of worn out, so they just pull out nice and easy. Sometimes you gotta fight with them, sometimes you don't. See that? That was easy, you know. Get that over there, out of the way. And I'm going to lose my screwdriver in the engine compartment. Next, I think we're gonna, where's that go to? Oh, that just goes to there. So I'm gonna undo this radiator overflow clamp. We're gonna let that hang over here. Pull that out. Yeah. Let it hang over here. Or wherever it wants to flop. Or fall. Or lose it, you know. So when I go back to put it together, I don't know where it went. I'll figure it out though. Got the big one here. This one's probably gonna make a mess. Maybe not. We'll see. Why not? We're living dangerously. Let's go ahead and take this one off. Uh-oh, well, hell, that's all cracked out anyways. Yeah, well, the nozzle part's cracked out. No fluid, which is good, I guess, kind of, maybe. Let's see, fans. These little guys here hold these fans in. Let me go ahead and figure out what that is. Oh, look at that, it's already on my ratchet. Same size what takes the bumper off. I'm guessing it's a 10. Yep. It's a famous number 10. Ones you ever, you know, people always lose. Now I will say that this fan, these fans slid right in, no problem, when the radiator wasn't bowed. And now, whoo-hoo. Yeah, now it's a tight fit, boy. Alright, well, looks like the radiator's gonna have to come out first. I think these little plates right here hold the radiator in. Let's go ahead and do this the easy way. And by the easy way, I mean with my impact, because that's the easy way. Where's my number 10? Oh, that's 14. Oh yeah. About to cook with some propane. Oh boy. Oh man. Never fails. Whenever I'm working on this car, fire trucks all over the place. Oh, this isn't working out. Are you kidding me? How in the heck does the bolt get stuck in there? You know, there's always a lot of accidents up there on the corner. That's probably where they're going. Oh, actually, nope. Sounds like they're coming past here. Well, that's no bueno. Good night. Well, hopefully this one. There we go. Now it's out. A little rounded off, but it'll still work. And there you go. These little plates come off. 2 little plates. And they're labeled right, left. Let's not throw that one on the battery. We want to have a spark ejection. Hey, we still got stuff in the way. Boy, oh boy. Let's see. Hosage. Where's the hosage? Boy. Yeah. This is not gonna be fun. This side, as you can see, moves fairly freely, but this side, this is where all the damage is done. I don't know what that is. What is this thing? Fuse box? Open up already. Good night. What in the heck? Yep. That's a fuse box. Wonder if I can remove it. Hell, I can't even get it open, let alone remove it. Now it's removed permanently. Let's see. That's the wire harness coming in. That's really what's in the way. I don't want to damage the fans because, you know, the fans are fine. What's the garbage? I wonder if I can pick it up this way and slide it under. They're fighting air conditioning lines. Well, I guess we're making a little bit of progress. Possibly. Woo! All right, no jokeage. No joke, Mr. Dr. Jones. Oh, where is it? Here on the corner. You know, typically I wouldn't pry on a radiator, but you know, it's already busted. Ay, right back to where it wanted to go. Hey, now she's out. You can see where the radiator was rubbing, or it was rubbing on the radiator right here. All right, so I'll tip you up a little bit, which you can't see down there anyways. Can't really get this plug out. Of course, I didn't try with my big pliers. Trying to drain juice out of the radiator. My other option is just unhook all the tubes. Or hoses, whatever you want to call them. Tubes, hoses. All right. There's one down. No spillage. Boy, that one's in a pain. Oh boy, I don't want to bend it. Hey, so this one's gonna be a fighter. I can see it already. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see, let's try these other pliers. This is, you know, it's always fun getting these hoses off. Especially when everything is, you know, jammed in here where it's not supposed to be. Let's go ahead. Yeah, here we go. Try not to hit my knuckles all over everything. What is that? Actually, we got a little bit of leakage out of that hose. Let's see if I can get this one off. I might just end up cutting that one. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna cut the end of that one off. A nifty diffy little razor, excuse me, wow, razor knife. And that one's off. That's always fun. And there we got this one, we got that one, and it should come out. This radiator. Oh boy. Yep. Like I said, it should come out. Woo-wee. I can't exactly see what's holding it in. I think it's just the way this other one is bent. There we go. Come on out of there. All right. That has been removed. We definitely have leakage. All right, so you know, I'm gonna show you what I've done. So you look down inside of here, you can see this line here. That's the automatic transmission, and I'm letting the fluid drain into my drain pan, just because I don't have anything to plug it with. So this is the line that I cut off, so I'll get that off in a minute. Not a big deal. Radiator hose, you know, the big hose is down there. As you can see, there's a big bulge right here in the air conditioner, radiator, condenser, whatever the heck this thing is. So I'm gonna get on the old interwebs, see how much one of those costs to get coming. Because I know if I try to bend it back, it's just gonna leak, and then he's not gonna have any air conditioning. And you need air conditioning down here. Yeah, so pretty much everything's on par, what I expected, minus using the Hitachi, which was a bummer. But this is the aftermath. Leaking out, I want to say hydraulic fluid, but coolant fluid. You can see that's the radiator is all banged up, and there's the fan and the bumper and the cover. So I'm pretty much as far as I can go until I get parts. Like I said, I'm gonna see how much a air conditioner, radiator, condenser, whatever the heck they call it, whatever. It's whatever, because you know it's gonna be needed also. And the sooner I get that coming, the sooner I can put all this back together and, you know, get this car out of my driveway so I can park in my driveway. So yeah, I'll be back sometime. All right, guys, welcome back. You know, it's a couple of days later, and I got parts. You know, the old the little Nissan been sitting here looking kind of sorry for the last day or so. Got a new radiator, came in the mail. Here it is, LKQ, you know, used part. It came off from the it came off from a Sentra. You know, I had 71,000 miles. I like ordering stuff from LKQ only because they tell you the history, you know, of the vehicle that it come off from, the parts are coming off from. So you can, you know, you can pick and choose depending on, you know, how soon you want the part. You know, the part might be in California. If you need the part soon, this radiator, it came off from a vehicle. It was right here in Georgia, so it, you know, only took a day or so for shipping. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready. Get the, you know, get the parts changed over, get the hoses switched over, and then slam her in there. You know, I took the old one out and then I just put it underneath the hood here, just because you know, I need all the hoses and stuff off from it, and the little rubber mount. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna get Moses out here, and he's gonna help, since, you know, this is his car and he's home and he doesn't have to work today. It'd be good for him to get his hands dirty, maybe, I don't know, greasy, oily. You know, we gotta throw some automatic transmission fluid back in there, so, you know, it'd be good for him to, you know, get his hands dirty. So let's do it. All right, so Moses in there finishing up his breakfast. I'm gonna show you a little bit more of the damage that's occurred, and you're probably at this point wondering why we're fixing this car. And I mean, simply put it, we don't really want to go through the hassle of looking for another used car for him. So this is basically just going to be a band-aid until he can save up some money and he can, you know, buy his next car. So, you know, the radiator was $130, and that's pretty much, we're gonna have to buy some transmission fluid maybe. But anyways, here's some more of the damage. You can see this is the radiator mount here, and that's the other radiator mount, and this one is pushed back, and you can see the bendage here. And you know, I slowly and surely bent this back into place. Hopefully it's bent back far enough so the radiator will just slip down in here. So here's the culprit. Say hello, Moses.
Hello.
He's gonna get his hands dirty. So first things first, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna switch over all these hoses. All these hoses off the old one. It's gotta go on the new one, there and there. We got some pliers and whatnot. So we're gonna go ahead and knock that out. All right, after fighting with these clamps for a little bit, we had to put a new one on here. This one we just reused. These are the old hoses. Pretty simple. Now we're just gonna go ahead and slap her in the car. Hopefully it fits. I'm gonna set you guys up over here. And let's see if it'll slide in there. Probably. You want to get the fans out of the trunk? I put the fans in the trunk just for safekeepings. I probably should put the fans in here first. Yeah. Oh, let me get those out of the way. I put the mounts back in their spot, so let me go ahead and move these back out of the way. Let me see how easy it's gonna slide down in there first. And then we might just put the fans in there first and then slide the radiator in.
Does this have like some sort of cord it has to?
Yeah, so here's the electrical wire harness that I took off earlier. Alright, so that slides down in there fairly easy. Let's see, it's gotta go down a little bit further. Let's see, that hose goes under here. Alright, So it's gotta like tip forward. Don't know how well that's gonna go, being that this is bent. Kind of. Yeah, it's bent, but let's try. Means we don't have any rubbers on this thing. It might just line right up. That's probably gonna want to hold it down further. I mean, it'll line up. That'll line up. That one will line up. A little bit of forces.
So the fan has to fit in between here?
Yeah, so the fans have to go down in here. So.
Oh, they blow the radiator?
They actually suck air through the radiator.
Oh.
So these fans, you see how the fans are designed? Mm-hmm. They spin, and they spin this way, so it sucks air through both of the radiators. And I don't know how easy this is going to slide down in there. Although there's more room now than there was when I took them out. Look at that. It's sliding in there fairly easy, actually. Alright, so before we do that, let's hook up all of the hoses down there. I think that'll slide in there with a little bit of persuasion. Yeah, so we're gonna have to, well, let's see, we got this one here.
I don't want to like break it.
Oh, you're not gonna break it.
I just saw it.
Alright, so what we're looking at is these hoses down here. We have transmission fluid cooler here. That's this line. I can get this one out of the way, keep this one out of the way. Transmission fluid cooler. And then here's another line here. We're gonna have to hook up somewhere. No worries. That's, you know. Oh, another transmission line. That's the feed and return lines right here. This is that's the return line that gets hooked up right here. So we're gonna go ahead and hook these up. All right, so we got the radiator lines hooked up, and we got the radiator in here pretty solid, you know, for what we're working with. See the lines here? You use your transmission cooler lines, and then you got your big radiator line here and here. I'm pointing and you can't see it. So we got the radiator in there pretty solid. So now we're gonna try to get the fans in there. And the fans, so these little guys here, there's two of them. They go down inside of here. They're supposed to line up. Hopefully they'll line up and it'll, you know, screw in nice and easy. But, you know, the chances of that, pretty slim. So, here you go. You want to try to slide her down in there? Just be careful of the nipple here. You don't want to bust that off. This guy here. And I'll hold the air conditioner line out of the way.
Oh yeah, fuse box in the way.
Well, I think we're gonna have to go in like an angle. So like tip it in there like so, and then bring it around. That's how I had to pull it out. Maybe the air conditioner line out of the way. Just be careful of the nipple. See how you're up against the nipple right there?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're gonna have to pull the radiator forward, and then, you know, try to push. It's plastic. It's, you know, it's a little bit flexible.
Ooh, it's just a lot of like things in the way.
Well, that's why you just keep going and you move them out of the way one at a time. What you got? Push it some more. See, I gotta pull it. There you go. Slide it down. Look at that. Now you're past that. Past that obstacle. Now you gotta get past another obstacle over here. Try to slide the whole thing that way. Do a little pop. I don't know what that was. Probably a screw. Anyways, try to pull up on it. You're gonna have to, you know, push it in, pull up, push it in, pull up, kind of thing. There you go. Now push this end down and in. See how it moved? Now push it down, pull up on that, push it in. You gotta use your man arms. You gotta use these guys here.
I don't want to break something.
Trust me, you're not gonna break anything. And push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. So let's see, this is, let's see, what do we got there? There you go, gotta go over and down, look at that. I'll push her down, push her over, pull her up. Hey, look at that. That actually doesn't line up terrible. Let's see, push it down some more. There you go, look at that, pops right in.
So it just gotta turn, like get to the right more.
It's gotta what?
Just gotta get to the right more, a little bit.
It's gotta slide over. I think it's in its place.
Yeah, this one's just off a little bit.
Oh man, we're dropping stuff left and right. Hopefully it's on the ground.
Hopefully.
What's it gotta do? It's gotta go over some more?
Yeah, cause like this.
Now let's see. Oh, that's free. That's free. Maybe the whole radiator, and then push that over. There you go, like that. This one lines up perfectly right here. See the hole? This one lines up. That one over there doesn't line up?
Not really.
Ah, we can get that in there. That's no big deal. All right, so we're gonna gather up the tools, maybe get some water, because, you know, I'm sweating. And we're gonna go ahead and start mounting that fan and the radiator. Actually, the radiator's mounted. We just gotta mount the fan to the radiator. All right, so we got the radiator in, the fan's in. We even went ahead and put the mounting screws that mounts the fan assembly to the radiator. We went and did the wiring harness. We put the wiring harness all back in, the two connections right here. So now Moses, he's gonna go ahead and put in the mounts for the radiator, which they don't line up perfectly, but they'll work. We also don't have the rubber for the, you know, for the radiator, but you know, it'll hold it good enough. I mean, we're dealing with a car that's not going to have a bumper, so you know, it'll be fine. So go ahead, Moses, do your thing. Let's see, I'll grab up these tools while he's doing that. We also hooked up the radiator hoses. We got to fill up the radiator and fill up the reservoir. As you can see, it's down there. We have a little bit of coolant right here, and if that's not enough, we'll throw some water in it just for now. You know, it doesn't get that cold down here, so we really don't have to worry about it. Plus, if you mix it 50-50, you know, it's got water in it anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that while he's putting those bolts in. Just put one in at a time before you tighten it down, so you can keep it lined up. You know what I mean? Just get that one started, and then get that one started, and then tighten them both down. That way you're not trying to fight, trying to line them up. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this guy up. Get my funnel. Throw some fluid in here. Hopefully this one doesn't leak. If it does, you know, we got a 12-month warranty with this radiator.
Oh yes, that's nice.
Well, we want to put a little bit extra in it because all these lines are going to have to get full, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as we start the car, it's going to start, you know, circulating the fluids. So we're definitely going to have to add more fluid. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some fluid in the radiator itself. Oh, hit your screw. Hit one of your screws. And we'll see what that gets us for now. I'm assuming we're gonna have to just, you know, put more in there and then probably add some water, which is fine. So once he gets all these in here, we'll have him go get the, oh, we gotta run the overflow line too. That's no big deal once you get that done. But yeah, we're getting it back together, and hopefully it'll last a little bit for him this time. All right, we got the car running. We got some fluid in it. Got the cap on. Everything's hooked up. I'm watching the fluid level here. It's not really doing anything. But yeah, we just started the car, so we're making sure that the air conditioner is gonna keep working. Watch the temperature gauge in the car. Make sure, you know, she doesn't overheat. Well, that just kicked on, so that's good. That's the air conditioning. Mose, turn the AC on, make sure it still works. That's popping. Both fans are working. You can see them spinning. So that's always good. You know, I can feel the air. So, you know. I'm just really watching for any additional leaks, you know, that might pop up, you know, spring, whatever. Wanted to check all this out, obviously, before we put the front fascia back on, which that's pretty easy. Just a bunch of zip ties, really, and a couple of screws. But everything so far seems to be doing what it's supposed to do. All right, guys, so we got the car running. We got the radiator full. The car's doing what it's supposed to do. It's cooling. It's staying right in the middle of the gauge. I had to fill up the radiator a little bit more. So we did that, and we did a little bit of finagling on the old hood latch here, because, you know, I had it secured with zip ties last time. And so, you know, we had to do some bendage. As you can see, you know, that's all bent. So we had to bend this back out straight. If you can look, we bent the latch back out straight. So if I can do this with one hand, maybe, we'll see. Close her down, and we can see how it had to line up. So we had to bend this around to get it to line up, and then you close it back down and it latches. Go ahead, Moses, hit the latch, and then you pull it up, and it latches the way it's supposed to. So that's, you know, that's almost factory. And we could be, you know, we could design stuff for Nissan after we're doing this, you know. Let us at it. We can redesign all this stuff. So now, I guess the last step is get a bunch more zip ties and, you know, put that back on and take it for a test drive. right, guys. You know, we got the whole thing put back together. We got the front fascia on, you know, with zip ties like before. Radiator's in, car's running. You know, it's cooling. The AC's still working. So you know, I think that's gonna do it for this video. You know, part 2. There might be a part 3. You know, if it doesn't, you know, if it doesn't want to keep working the way it's supposed to, we'll try to throw another band-aid on it, get the car, you know, going so the boy can save some money so he can buy another one. I think that's probably the end goal at this point. You know, he's working, gonna try to save as much money as he can so he can buy another car, and then, you know, we'll figure out what to do with this one. Who knows? Anyways, so you know, yep, like I said, gonna do it for this video. If you like this kind of stuff, you know, this is my weekend life. I'm working on busted up cars and bikes and whatnot. And yeah, there goes Robert Simmons. You know, he's got his own channel. You should check his channel out. You know, Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. He you know, he does slow speed motorcycle riding, and boy, let me tell you, wow, I thought I could ride. That guy, boy, he can ride. He also has, you know, a few CVOs, so if you like CVOs, you want to check him out, check out his channel, Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. He's probably coming back from his he does practice sessions on Fridays and Saturdays. It just depends. But yeah, go ahead and check his channel out. He does some cool stuff. You know, he does a lot of lights and stuff like that for his bikes. You know, he really likes those lights on his bikes. You know, LEDs. He likes to be seen. He's a former police officer, so that's the reason why. Well, I should say a retired, not former. He's a retired New York City police officer. That's where he learned to ride. You know, he did the whole police rodeo motorcycle stuff. Anyways, so yeah, check his channel out. Anyways, like I said, it's gonna do it for this one, for mine. If you like this kind of stuff, give me a thumbs up. You know, share, follow, subscribe. You know, subscribe, it helps out. You know, leave some comments in the block below. You know, I like to talk to people. You know, so yeah. Anyways, like always, till next time. Thanks a lot.